coming through with another rant video. Yes, bitch, I love to rant and yell and be mad about stuff that is valid to be angry about. Actually, I'm gonna turn off this fan. Okay, I know you see me with my little pillbox, bitch. Yes, I know I'm turning it up. Now, girl, I don't know how many job rants be at the job, okay? But I am certainly at my job, and I want to start off by saying I am very grateful, okay? I am very grateful for this employment. I'm very grateful for the steady pay. What I'm not grateful for is the fuckery. As you can see, we got hats in the building, okay? And I feel like maybe it's the South. Maybe it's the fact that all of our merchandise is on display. But when folks come up in here, they really think like you about to just be, doing everything. Like they want me to like fucking get low, get this hat, get that hat. People want to try on 50 fucking hats, but don't want to buy one. So I low-key was thinking it would be smart for us to come up with a system where if you come in and you take a ticket, that means you're trying to get service to buy a hat. If you come in and you take the other ticket, it just means that you're just coming in to look at the hats, trying to waste some time. Because folks come in a lot of times and they'll be like, I don't really want anything after like OD time being in the store, walking around, me just trying to, watch and observe, because it's part of being a good salesperson. You watch the customer, okay? And if you see them only gravitating towards winter hats, then maybe suggest another winter hat that is in the vein of what they've been looking at. But some folks will tell me, oh, well, I'm with a group, so not really, I'm not trying to do anything. All my friends is at H&M and I'm just over here because they're over there. And I'll be like, all right, well, thank you, sis. And I go back to sitting here and watching the store and just looking around and pretending to do things from time to time, because a lot of times when you're in sales, if you're not making any money, which means like you don't have nobody in the store, ain't nobody really buying shit, it'd be like this, and you'd be making videos and shit, you feel me? One of the things that really irks me is like folks be on some like master shit so hard. Like this one lady came in here, she had me running all around the store talking about, what about this one, what about this one? She's throwing hats. And like, as I'm chasing her around the store trying to help her, I'm putting everything back. And like, honestly, I'm still trying to get the store all the way right, because I was just caught up in getting the sale. I couldn't have been caught up in, okay, well, this hat shouldn't be on the fucking floor. This hat shouldn't be over here just laying down with all these other hats that look nothing like it. It's in a whole different hat family. The other thing I really hate, this ain't no grocery store. This ain't no aisle 3, there's the butter. This is a store where if you don't know what you're looking for, or maybe you just know what you like, but maybe we might not have it, so you have to kind of modify. Perhaps you don't have to, but you might want to be trying to modify what you're looking for. Folks will really be coming in here like, see, I'm trying to hide my little sports bra, bitch. Yes. Folks will really be coming here like 10 minutes till we close talking about help me find a hat. Girl. And then I have the nerve to not know what their hat size is, so I gotta measure they shits. Then I gotta ask them the questions, because here's the thing, if you're a good salesperson with the hats, you gotta be like, what kind of hat are you looking for? Because they'll be like, hey, are y'all looking for anything in particular? Because that's what I always say. Hey, y'all looking for anything in particular? Looking for anything special? And folks will be like, a hat. And they'll think it's funny, or they'll think it's like a real answer. And I'm like, okay, girl, obviously you want a hat, but let's narrow it down. Are we going to Cozumel? Because some folks be coming in, I'm going to Cozumel. I need a Cozumel ass hat. Or they come in and they're like, I'm going on a cruise, just a quick little day cruise, but I don't want to get my head burned. So they're just trying to find them a cheap little hat. So there's all different types of ways that folks come up in here. But bitch, when you come in 10 minutes till we close talking about help me pick out a hat, or you look like you know what my size is, you are trying it, bitch. You are fucking trying it. I'll be nice and, I'll help you find some stuff. But I have told a couple folks, you know what? You should come back in the morning, because we done spent 10 minutes till close. We done spent 8 minutes looking for a hat, and we got 2 minutes left. Don't get me started on motherfuckers that come in. And New Orleans is a open container policy. Like we don't have any open container laws. So you could just really roll through with a beer or a margarita or whatever the fuck you got in your hand, and people would just be rolling through. And the thing is, I don't know what it is about spilling some shit, but everybody turning back into like 5 years old and shit. Like, you spill some shit, you gotta run. It's done. I'm not cleaning up. And it just irks me, because it's like, you are an adult. I know you're drunk, girl. I know you're drunk, Sandra. That's okay. But bitch, if you're drunk and you spill a daiquiri, girl, tell me. Don't have me walk up on it, because I done actually fell up on it, like all up in it. Damn, I done You know how you do that, I don't know. I'm a fat bitch, so when I slip, but then I wiggle. I'm like, get it back together. We're going to stand. We're not about to fall. Sometimes it don't work. But I did the whole little, I was walking, and I was like, whoop. And I was like, bitch, am I really in a margarita right now? One little baby spilled a drink, and the parents was really thinking I was about to clean that shit up. I'm like, oh no, girl, no. We got these paper towels, girl. And the way these paper towels is set up, yo ass can clean. Like, really. Like, folks be killing me out here. They be like, oh, I'm a shopper, so if I make a mess, I don't have to clean it up. Not the case, bitch. It just really depends on who the fuck it is. Like, it really depends on who you spill shit around. Because some folks might not even trip on you. Some folks might just clean it up. I'm not that bitch. I'm not going to clean up after you, girl. I have to clean up after everything else. I got to clean up after the folks that actually do get away. So now I got your ass. Now that I seen you and I found you, clean it up. Get it together. I really fucking hate when people be asking me, is this the real price? Bitch, yes. Bitch, it is. Like, I don't even got a joke for you, bitch. It's the real price. Like, let's move on now. Like, are you buying it or not? A lot of places will give you a discount in New Orleans because, like, a lot of things over here is, like, inflated as fuck for the tourists. So, a lot of places you can go in, maybe get a locals discount, maybe get a discount for military, whatever the fuck. You just gotta ask. Folks have some kind of discount button. You just have to ask. But for some of these folks, they be OD rich. They be pulling out thousands of dollars talking about, can I get a discount on a $25 hat? Bark? Bitch, really? Talking about something, it's really expensive. Girl, then don't buy it, girl. If I see something that's really expensive, I don't usually buy it. Just saying. Like, I usually am like, that coin, that price, it's fucking with me. Like, people try to play you all the time because they don't really see you as a person. Like, you just a fucking robot, bitch. Like, who happens to, like, perhaps have a personality downloaded. Who knows? But they really don't treat you like a real autonomous person. And I recently had a situation where this couple came in. These bitches seemed like they was on all types of drugs. Like, they just seemed like they was just happy and living life. And I was giving them a show. I was like, yes, like, enjoy your hat. You know, I was just doing the most. Because I was trying to get this sale, bitch. And why the fuck, when I came back, like, I was off for like 2 days, I come back, these niggas done told my coworkers that I said that they could have free shipping even though they live in motherfucking Hawaii, bitch. Dead ass for a couple of days. I feel like niggas at my job really did think I said that shit and was really just kept bringing it up to see perhaps if my story would change. And I kept saying I would never say that because first of all, that's not possible. I don't have the clearance to do that shit on the computer. Second of all, it's just like not something I would say. Like, that's not even my hustle. I'll give you 15% off because that's a discount, but I'm not going to give you free shipping, girl. I can't do that shit. There's no way to do that. There's no way in the system to do that unless I pretty much said, hey, I gave these people free shipping because someone else would have to have the clearance to do that shit. So I was kind of mad that they lied on me. And there's a situation where it's like, what can you even say other than they lied on me? You feel me? Like, all you can really say is those folks is lying and then move on. But then, like, I have mad anxiety. So I'd be like, did I say some shit like that? I had to question myself for a second. I was like, bitch, did you say? But I didn't. But I was like really tripping for a minute. I was like, damn, did I tell these white folks I would ship this fucking hat to Honolulu? I definitely didn't. But it just fucked me up that they like lied on me to my boss and my motherfucking coworkers. And I'm just sitting here like, girl, talking about something. That's the only reason why we bought it. Because we just figured it was a good deal. Why you lying? People could lie on you and you could get in trouble for some shit. Like this one old lady, she got mad because there was a store full of people and I wasn't going on my way to help her, even though someone who was friends with my boss told her to come here. So she was already mad that my boss wasn't here, and then she was mad that I wasn't giving her like top flight security ass priority ass help. And I was like, girl, there's a store full of people. I'm trying to mingle. I'm trying to figure out who needs help, what's going on. She just like popped off of me and was like, what's your name? And I was like, Tatiana. She goes, good, I'm gonna be calling like your manager. And I was like, okay. And then she's like, that's the first time you've smiled since I've been in the store. And I'm sitting here like, girl, like what? Like, I smile all the time. But real talk though, I was like trying to help people. I was running around like, maybe I wasn't like all up in your fucking face. Like, I love telling my boss, yo, this lady's mad, so if she call you, because it sucks when you don't know and then folks be talking shit about you. And then, like, you pop up and then, like, they don't talk shit about you. So now you got to cop to it or not. It makes all the difference when you're like, look, I had a troublesome customer. Just so you know. You know, and, like, knock on wood and bless it. Like, I haven't been in trouble. But, girl, folks just be having bad attitudes. And they want to take it on you when you just... I don't got to work with you exclusively, bitch. If you have a bad attitude, I'm going to go help somebody else. I'm going to clean up the store. I'm not going to stand up here and let you fucking bully me, girl. Why? No. Bitch, why? This black lady came in the store with her friend, and immediately, like, bitches just set up a motherfucking workstation. Like, these bitches just moved all the hats in the front, pushed them to the side, set up an iPad and shit, put their drinks down, had water everywhere, condensation and shit. And so I roll up on them. I'm like, hi, how are y'all? They don't even want to talk to me. They're kind of just shooing me away. I pop up again, and they're talking about something. They want to buy a hat for her husband, but they don't know the size. So then they're talking about they bought a hat from us like 2 years ago or some shit, and that they must have an email or something. So I'm trying to help her with her emails on her iPad, and she getting mad at me because I'm trying to tell her how to do it, and she's just not feeling me. Like, she's getting angry, I can tell. So I'm like, all right, let me go. And like, she even said to me, we drunk as hell, we probably shouldn't be doing this. And in my head, I'm like, girl, you know you drunk as hell, you know you shouldn't be doing this, but you still doing it anyways. Like, okay, fine. And so they running around the whole store, knocking shit over, moving shit, getting mad at me, getting madder and madder. And then eventually they just dip out. And I'm like, unfortunate. Bye, girl. Bitch gonna come back the next day, and I only know that because when I was coming home for work, she and her friend was leaving, and when I seen them, they looked scared. They're like, hi. Like, they just looked like they couldn't believe that they seen me. And so as soon as I ran up in here, I was like, they was talking shit about me, didn't they? To my coworker. And my coworker was like, they did have some words to say about you. These two black ladies pretty much was like, trying to leave some shit behind the counter. Like, peep this. Like, they was on a cruise for the day or whatever, and they wanted to leave their bags, like all their real shit, behind the damn desk. And they had only bought a hat like 2 years ago, so they hadn't really bought no new purchases from us. And my coworker was like, yeah, that's fine. It's not fine. But was saying, I'm going to be leaving soon, someone's going to be replacing me. And they were just like, who? That big, light, bright girl. And Chris was like, Bark. Yes, Tatiana will be here, because like he know I'm a big, light, bright, whatever the fuck they was calling me, that's what the fuck he knew me to be. And he was like, yeah, Tatiana will be here. And they were like, she was working my nerves yesterday, and then just took all their shit and dipped out. So that's why they were so surprised to see me, because they knew I was about to find out, and they was just hitting the block. Who does that shit? And how was I bothering you? Y'all was drunk. I was trying to help you find a hat, to which you had no sizes for me, boo. And then the shade of it all, she had a picture of her husband wearing a hat, and this nigga was the type of nigga to wear a hat on just like the ball of his fucking forehead, bitch. So there was no size. There was no size to ever find. And I was kind of just like, damn, all right, I'm an annoying light bright. And another thing, okay? Another thing I wanted to mention about working in retail, okay? Especially working in a hat store. Women will come in here for their partners, and they'll be like, oh, well, I don't know what size his head is. Girl, then how are you about to buy a hat? Because you got, like, they'll be like, his head is little, or they'll be like, he got a very big head. And what they really mean is he's a large, and our largest size is a 3X. I'm sure I have sold somebody a 2X hat because they done told me their husband's size head is big, but compared to hers, it's really just a large. And he over here with a fucking triple X and shit like that. And there's nothing I can do about it, because folks want to get people gifts, like hats, and don't really think about the fact that a hat is kind of like an intimate gift, low-key. Because a hat, it's like a wig. A hat is like a wig, you know? You can't just put any old thing on your head and it's going to work. Some of these hats will snatch your edges back. Some of them will. Some of them, I don't know which ones. I'm not going to snitch on none of these hats. But some of them are, you know, not every hat is going to give you the result that you're looking for, is more what I should say. Not that a hat will snatch your edges. People will come in here also with their booze. A lot of times people come in here with their booze, and they be having low self-esteem, and they be trying to fuck up their booze self-esteem. I seen it. This woman came in with her husband, and they was just trying on hats and shit. And she's trying on hats, and she's looking good in these hats. Like, she's looking cute. And he couldn't find no hat that he liked. He was just being a little grumpy, gills ass nuggle. And I was kind of just like, really, girl? That's how you gonna be? And he was just roasting her. And like, you could tell it was like really affecting her, because she just kept taking the hats off. And I'm like, girl, that hat was cute. That hat was cute. That hat was cute. She tried on like 15 different hats. All of them looked fly. And she ended up getting one. But that was only after I like pretty much checked his ass. And that's the other thing. I hate that I gotta be a therapist at this hoe. I gotta be a therapist to these motherfuckers, because they be coming in here with all types of fucking issues and shit. Like, okay, well, let's talk about it. You feel me? I'm not getting paid for this shit, but I be trying to help the folks out here. But I had to check that man. I had to be like, look, because like, she was like, do you like it? And he was like, do you like it? And I'm like, look, she clearly likes it. She just needs to know that you like her in it. And that's a whole nother thing. Like, honestly, if my boo didn't like me in my hat, oh well, it's my hat. But a lot of these folks in here be like, a lot of dudes too, they be like, oh, I can't get this hat because she won't fuck me. Or they'll say some wild shit. Like this one dude put on the hat, his wife was like, nope. And then he's like, all right then. He didn't even look at himself in the mirror. Like it was just like the most weirdest thing I've ever seen. I've never been in a relationship like that where it's like, I'm gonna tell you look scraggly or some shit like that at a store in front of all these folk. Like it's just kind of blow my. But people be doing it. People be roasting their booze at the hat shop, down to the hat shop. Just be roasting them like, you're ugly with hats, or like you can't wear hats. And so then I'll have other folks that come in and they'll be like, oh, I just don't have a hat head. And I'll be like, bitch, a head is a head. Any head. And I have to come through with the hats are made for people, people aren't made for hats. You feel me? Like, the hat was made for you. If it doesn't fit, girl, we could stretch it, we can make it smaller. We do a lot of hat wizardry out here in this bitch, but folks do really come in with the low self-esteem with their booze, and I'm like, damn, you know? And I'm just like, damn, this ain't even retail, you feel me? This ain't even clothes, bitch. Working here, I have learned that, you know, I have a plus sized head. I didn't know that. I just knew I had a big ass head. I didn't know my head was so big that I needed like a 2X and a hat, or sometimes a 1X depending on the fabrics and things. And then I started feeling some type of way because I'm over here walking around the store, I can only fit like 10 hats. I was like, bitch, out of all these millions and billions and trillions of hats, I can only fit 10? That's shade. So I understand when like big-headed folks come up in and they be feeling some type of way, but we could usually stretch the hat that they like, or we could try to, you know, alter it or something like that, or find a larger size, order it from, whatever. But folks just be coming in here looking good in hats, and they boo just be lying to them and making them feel like shit. It's so fucking terrible. They'll just like walk by the shop, walk in, I say hello, and they won't even make eye contact. And then I'll be like, how are you? Like, I'll be like, hi, and they'll be like, how are you? That's my second piece. Because it's like, girl, if you can't even say how you are, girl, what you doing this for, sis? I don't know. I have mad questions for these hoes. Like, I'll be like, what? Why is you so stank? And it's little in here. So it's kind of just like, when you being stank, it's like, it's too small to be stank in here. It's much too small for that. So I just be wondering, I'm like, I don't know, I feel awkward if someone said hello to me, I didn't say hi in this little ass place. Like, what the fuck? But people be like popping off with the racist bullshit. Like, they'll come in, ask me about some hats, all of a sudden they like, this is made in China, this is made in China, this is made in China. Why is everything made in China? And I want to be like, girl, do you know your history, girl? Because, like, we could talk about it. We could talk about how America is imperialist as fuck and outsource a lot of fucking products and buy shit from China and import a lot of shit from China. Can we talk about China, girl? Do you really want to talk about China? They don't really want to talk about China. They just want to get mad because something that was made in China is getting, like, motherfucking 300% increased or inflated on the price. So they sitting here like, girl, this is made in China. Why this shit $40? They be mad. And people be coming in and talking about something. Where are your Confederate flag hats? Gone the fuck. Burnt down probably. They burned. They were all burned. And these niggas be like, and they want to leave. I don't give a fuck. We never even carried them shits, but still, just for you asking, bitch, they're gone. They're ashes now. How do you feel? If you mad, you'll leave. And I'm happy you did leave because you're a fucking racist. So bye.